Okay. So, yeah, this is Heather Van Wild, Raindrop Works. We're still kind of in a setup phase. And at this point, the court has not opened the WebEx room yet, so we can't actually start any of that stuff. Since I don't know when that's going to be, though, I went ahead and just started up the stream anyway, so that I can keep monitoring that. I really do wish they'd be a little bit better at communicating this information. Yeah, no emails from the court or anything like that. I don't know why this is not quite how I pictured today going. I seriously swear, it's... They're giving me this, starts at 8 o'clock, but can't join because it hasn't started yet, and it's almost 9:15. Unfortunately, one of the things that I have learned is court never starts on time. For one thing, the judge did mention on Friday possibilities if apparently she's got a kid in school, and Portland schools transportation is something wonky with it, where they said that she might have to short notice take the kid to school herself, and that would make her possibly a few minutes late to the courthouse. We also don't know if there were any outstanding pretrial motions or things that have not let the case go forward. I don't expect to see anything in the court docket beyond what I saw last night when I talked about the state's motion trying to strike. Yeah, that motion there is the newest. Trial dates are still set, 12-person jury. Yeah, everything is the same as it was last night, so at the moment I do not have useful information, and we're just stuck waiting until they update or connect the court systems to WebEx. I wish I had something more productive I could do while we're waiting, but I don't really know what. Other than just futzing around with the stream settings here. You know what? Something just dawned on me that might explain a late start. Even if everyone's in place at 9 o'clock, Judge Moab did say that they were going to address both observation rooms before the trial starts. Basically, going to the observation rooms each, laying down court rules, making sure it's understood that there will be county deputies there that will enforce decorum and, if need be, eject people. And it is possible that the 9 o'clock start time was including that, which could take a good 10-15 minutes. Even in best of situations. That being said, I just keep clicking the refresh button to see if they ever start the event. This let me, yes. uh, what time does it start? According to the court, anytime from a half hour ago to 6 hours from now. That's part of the problem we're having here is, I can't start up WebEx until they start the event. It can vary, if the judge is late, if the judge is still giving her opening statements to the observation rooms. Also, if there are unfinished motions or jury selection issues that we don't know about. They've been incredibly non-communicative since Friday. For all we know, there could even be delays with Mr. Swinney getting transported from Avernus. That's happened on other motions, but I would definitely like to think that the deputies would be a little bit faster this time. As far as jury selection, I would hope they're done with it. We don't actually know for sure. Okay, if that's the case, I didn't go down to the courthouse yesterday because they said that everything was going to be closed to the public and to the media yesterday regarding this case, so there was no point in going there. Yeah, as far as he's currently being held at the Inverness jail. It's the second of the Multnomah County detention centers. The first one is at the Justice Center, which is right nearby, but it's more for short-term confinement. I really wish there was, if there were delays in starting the trial, I wish court staff would be able to do something to let people know. And I kind of have to presume that there's somebody that went down to the courthouse today, but I haven't seen anything. That just means that I'm using that I'm following the wrong people, most likely. Well, I did also, another thing, like I pointed out last night, while there may be jury selection issues, there was also issues with motions about potential evidence being submitted by the defense, where the state is trying to preemptively get evidence thrown out, basically because they haven't been providing that evidence in discovery to the state. And as a result, this could be a bad sign for self-defense defenses from Mr. Swinney for the actions that happened on these days. Oh, good grief. Yeah. If they're really just now selecting jurors, I really have no way of knowing how long something like that would take. Like, if this is... yesterday must have been a nightmare. Either that or jury selection is just that contentious. And that is a possibility. I saw a article, let me see if I can find it now. I saw it last night. Yeah, here we go. This was a tweet series. The Visible Law retweeted out about latest trend in jury selection for criminal trials. Okay. About if they support BLM or have negative views of cops. Now, this was a prosecutor, and then bounce them from the jury if they say yes. I could see, because this is a person who allegedly was supporting cops and being against protesters that align with Black Lives Matter, that it would be the defense using the tactic. That said, I mean, this was in California, and according to Reuters, the California appeals court said that is not a valid method to exclude people. So that being said, yeah, so we're getting the notifications here, anticipating a 12:30 trial start from Mr. Amos here in the chat. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is, for the time being, I'm going to shut down the stream. There's no sense, clicking refresh on this page and not doing anything. And if they really are planning to start at 12:30, basically after lunch, then I'll go ahead and plan to start the stream back up around noon. And if something happens sooner, definitely just go ahead and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. If I see or hear something before then, I'll go ahead and get news out as quick as I can and get the stream back up and running. In theory, I should be able to be fully up and running in just a few minutes. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he and I, we have ways of contacting off of stream, so yeah, if anything changes, we'll definitely let you know right away. If not, I'll see people back here about noon.